yours?
Well, I sort of have 3 also, but you just go first anyways.
Okay.
Just cuz, right?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. Okay, we are recording. We're recording. Here we go. I will now play the music, the theme song, music. That's right, everybody. It's another episode of Ears Up in Depth. 100% possibly the best Disney news program out there on the internet today. With me, as always, is Jeremy from SpectroRadio.us. Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm so glad to be here on this Thanksgiving Eve.
It is Thanksgiving Eve, man. I was on some other podcast last night, just doing like a guest thing, and we were talking about how, because of COVID, there's not the Thanksgiving Eve hookup. And I don't know if you ever heard about this, if it's a countrywide thing or maybe it's a regional thing, but like where everybody who went away for college comes home for the Thanksgiving holidays and the bars are just packed.
Yeah.
And so that's not going to happen this year. And I think there's a lot of, 21-year-olds very disappointed out there. But
yeah, I never had that. Where I grew up was very rural, and the bar in our town was really, it was basically in a house. So it wasn't like anyone was going there.
Is it like your parents' liquor cabinet, or you mean it was in a
No, someone was going there. That was me.
Okay, all right.
Where I grew up was very peculiar, but that was the thing. like you're like, oh, we're going to that bar, and you were basically walking into an old house that had been converted into a bar, and like the living room had a bar in it, and you just went in, and it was the people didn't live on the main floor anymore, but they lived up on the upstairs level. But it was a house. Like if you drove past it, you would just think, oh, that's a house. Turns out it's a bar.
Basically the first Airbnb. You can rent our house that's weird to me. I don't think I like that.
It is very weird. A lot of things about where I grew up are weird. So
that sounds good, man.
Yeah, so we didn't have
good drinks, or
no, but it's cheap.
Okay.
Like you could get a can of beer for like $2.50.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, dude.
You're just having a blast.
Yeah. I went to this little rock and roll shows years ago, and they had an old soda fridge, where you pump in 50 cents or whatever and it spits out a Coke, right?
Yeah.
Or a pop or a cola, depending on where you grew up.
Soda.
They just stocked it full of hams. Just super cheap beer. Hams is a cheap beer from Washington.
Oh.
And it was like you gave it $1 and spat a beer out, and you're like, hell
that's
yeah,
great.
dude. This is amazing to me.
Yeah.
I love that.
See, I thought when you said hams that it literally dropped a cooked ham.
Yeah, the spiral cut.
Right. So you could get it with the pineapple on it if you wanted.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just gnaw on that big ham hock.
I would love that. All right, Jeremy. Well, what do you say we get into some stories?
Well, yeah. I mean,
for you.
It's feast or famine around here. I feel like we were sort of complaining the last time. We were like, there's not really a lot of news. Nothing's happening at the parks. And I think I remember saying, where are the crazies? Why aren't they here bringing their guns? Where's the Fantasyland fights? Like, what's going on? We need the people to bring it.
You did say that.
Well, they brought it.
Okay, good.
We wondered where they had been. 18-year-old Nathaniel Smith was arrested last week at Disney Springs. According to a report in the Orlando Sentinel, Smith showed up at Disney Springs claiming to be a DEA officer. Do you know what the DEA is?
The Digital Electronic Association.
Yeah, it's the Drug Enforcement Administration, as it turns out.
That was close.
Well, the way he got caught was he tried entering Disney Springs, but was stopped after walking through one of the metal detectors in the Lime Garage around 6:30 p.m. and was found to be carrying a concealed weapon.
Okay.
That weapon was a BB gun made to look like a Glock 19 pistol, which he had been carrying in a waistband holster strapped to his lower back. I don't know what that's called.
he didn't forget. This wasn't, because in the past when we've done stories like this, it's like, oh, I just forgot it's in there. And like the story of that person who went back to their car to put whatever, right? This was on purpose. If you have it, holstered, because those back ones, they're shaped to you, they're low profile, so it can sort of fit behind in the small of your back, and no one's really, it's not gonna be bulky like if it was on your hip.
Okay.
So this is definitely an intent to enter the grounds with a weapon.
Well, yeah, and I would think if it's strapped to your back, like you probably strapped that on after you got out of the car, right? Like you didn't ride there with that.
Probably not, unless he has a good lumbar pillow to maybe let it sink in. Well, I don't know.
I heard some places will sell that as a 2-pack, a Glock 19 pistol with a lumbar pillow.
Yes, that would be great. Let's look at the store in Florida.
Well, when he was questioned by officials at Disney Springs, Smith claimed to be a recent hire of the, quote, Georgia division of the DEA. He then produced the gold badge that read Drug Enforcement Administration Special Agent.
Whoa.
So, this lerpy 18-year-old has suddenly gotten drafted in. The deputy then asked to see his official DEA ID, more like, like his employment card.
Yeah, not the badge.
Right, not the badge, but just like, I work here. But Smith claimed he didn't have it. He also claimed he didn't know his supervisor's telephone number. When the officers asked for a bit more verification, he made another mistake by stating it was the Georgia division of the DEA. There is a DEA office in Atlanta, but they're referred to as the Atlanta division, not the Georgia division. So if you know anything about your DEA, he wouldn't call it that.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. That's like calling it Disney instead of Walt Disney World.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what you're talking about.
Idiots do that. The deputy then quickly found identical counterfeit DEA badges for sale on a popular internet website. Not spectralradio.us, the site of the happiest station on earth where you can hear Disney music 24/7 on your desktop, mobile app, or Alexa. Not that website.
No.
Okay. Smith even claimed he was upset with himself because he knew he was violating DEA policy by not carrying his photo ID. Like he was really disappointed in himself. Like I should have known. I know what policy is.
He let himself down in the LARP, man.
DEA policy, as we all know, strictly states if you're going to carry a fake Glock 19 BB gun, you must have your ID. We all know this. I don't know how Nate Smith forgot. When the deputy confronted Smith about the fake DEA badges being sold on the internet, he buckled. He confessed it was indeed a fake. Smith was arrested for falsely impersonating an officer, which is a third-degree felony, and unlawfully displaying a badge and carrying a concealed weapon, which are both first-degree misdemeanors. If found guilty, he could face up to 5 years in prison for the felony charge. He has since been released on $2,500 bond. When the Orlando Sentinel reached out to him for a comment, he hung up. So, yeah.
I really do want an interview with that kid because I really do want to know what he was thinking with that whole LARP. I mean, it's very clear you're going to get caught. He thought he was just like, why bring a BB gun? To just feel cool and then he already had the story planned where he was definitely premeditated. He went out and bought the badge, knew or assumed there was an office in Georgia, like had those things ready, probably thought he could just throw his weight around and say, oh, I'm with the DEA, and Disney security is going to be like, oh, okay. But I think most Disney security are like ex-cops or military or whatever, a lot of them. So
just not morons.
Or just not morons. Yeah. Like, well, let me check. And then he must have just been sweating bullets, man. The bullets he didn't have in the gun. But why bring a BB gun to Disney? Disney Spring. None of it makes any sense. It has to be mentally ill.
Mentally ill. I mean, maybe he just felt like, banging some people from the balcony of some restaurant as they walk by. They wouldn't know what hit them. What do you call it? Bing!
Ow, what is that?
Yeah, like what is that annoying little gnat?
I wanted to give welts to people.
So that's it. I don't know. Maybe you should call Nate Smith, and maybe he won't hang up on the likes of you because you are part of the press. You are with EarzUp.
Well, hey,
he might want that publicity. I'm not calling him.
True. Do you have his number? I'll call him.
No.
I do have a friend called Nate Smith. So.
Oh, you do? Well, just call him and see what he says.
Hey, Nate, why did you go to Disney Springs? Hey, what's up, Jason?
Yeah. So the crazies are back. Thank you, Nate Smith. Maybe that was it. Maybe he heard our last episode and was like, you know what? I'm going to throw these guys a bone because they have nothing to talk about and it's getting real boring.
Honestly, I would love that. I want all of our listeners to go out and create news for us, please. Please create news.
Yeah, please.
This is what we have to do. I need a feedback loop. I tell you what to do, but sort of, and then you do it.
Right.
Speaking of stuff you should do, Jeremy, the 21st Amendment is ready for the fall season with their latest release called Hell or High Mango. Hell or High Mango is made with real fruit and is sweet, slightly tart with tropical floral flavors and aromas. It's a perfect beer to enjoy during this fall time of year as the colors in the season change. Behind all that great mango flavor and aroma is a wonderful wheat beer with its biscuity, light bready notes, and at a mere 4.9% ABV is even more enjoyable. Hell or High Mango is available across the country where 21st Amendment beer is sold. So go out and enjoy a Hell or High Mango today. Don't be like Nate Smith. I feel like Nate Smith would not enjoy a Hell or High Mango.
No, but he could use the empty cans for BB gun target practice.
That's really true. You really could do that. All right. Well, Jeremy, as you obviously know, Disney World reopened back, I think in June. Was it June or July?
July. I think Disney Springs opened in June, and then
Disney
the theme parks opened up in July.
Okay. Well, one thing the theme parks have been missing was the park hopper option for tickets. Usually there would be a great debate regarding this usual upgrade to your park tickets. Is it worth it to buy the park hopper and bounce around, especially at a park as sprawling as Walt Disney World? Or should you do the one park, one day track and hunker down to fully experience each location? I know Bev, she's planning to go to Disney World in October. She had that same problem. We fixed her up, though. We told her don't park hop. Or maybe
you did.
Park up. I forget now. COVID-19 has eliminated that choice for people up until now. But for those of you who miss agonizing over travel, there is hope. Disney is bringing back their park hopper tickets. Beginning January 1st, guests to Walt Disney World will be able to jump between parks once again, but with a few caveats. Visitors will have to make reservations at the park they intend to start their day at and then enter that park first. And then at that point, they can then hop around to the other Walt Disney World locations with no reservations needed, which is pretty nice. The announcement on the Disney Parks blog does make it a point to note that this change it makes it a point to note that this can change at any time. So be open to the fact that you might have to start making park hopper reservations potentially in the future. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we're just going to wait and see how this initial rollout goes. The other caveat is the option to use your park hopper ticket does come with a time limit. 2 p.m. is the designated hopping hour. So don't plan to check into one park and then skip the reservation system before then. You can only start park hopping after 2 p.m.
Right.
So you show up whenever park opens, 8, I guess. And you have to stay in your designated park until 2. And then you can, flip out for the next, it closes at 8. I think the parks close now.
They all have different times.
Oh, okay. All right. So I don't know, man. It's interesting. And it makes me sort of wonder, they upped the park capacity to 35%. Are they not hitting that 35%, do you think? And so maybe some parks aren't as full and they want to give people a little bit of an opportunity to bail on a full park and go to a park that's not as full to sort of, like a more of a crowd control issue.
It could be. I'm not really sure. I mean, I know that there's a couple interesting things about this. One is they're waiting until after Christmas. So this is January 1st.
Right.
So low period.
Yeah.
Probably going to be one of the lowest low periods they've ever had because January is typically a really low month. Apart from some spikes, marathon weekend usually sees attendance lift. That's gone. So there's going to be low attendance anyway. So I think that this is we're going to see how this goes when the crowds are low.
Okay.
And then the question I have is right now there's no way to get from park to park easily. There's no inter-park bus. There's no Epcot to Magic Kingdom bus. Certainly the monorail is not running to Epcot. The monorail on the Epcot line has been shut down since COVID and hasn't come back. Will the inter-resort or inter-park transportation come back? Will the Epcot monorail line resume service? Those are some things that I think we don't quite know yet. I actually think they may have announced that they're resuming bus service between parks, but I think we don't know about the monorail. I hope the monorail comes back. Not that I'm dying to ride on it, but there's something. I mean, I would, but there's something missing about being in Future World at Epcot or walking into Epcot, and when that monorail doesn't glide in front of Spaceship Earth, I miss that. You know?
Yeah, for sure. It's you want that full nostalgia effect again.
Yeah, run it empty. I don't care. I just want it moving around on that track.
You know, that'd be a cool idea. Just to run it empty.
Just run it empty.
I don't know. I guess maybe not. Maybe it's a terrible idea.
Well, fiscally, I don't think it's the best idea.
No, right. They got to justify it.
Yeah. That it?
That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, have you heard about these Disney Happy Meal toys?
I wasn't sure if you had finished telling me a story or I had finished telling you a story.
Are we done?
Forgot. Yeah, I was like, I'm just going to be quiet and let you tell me what's happening.
And hope this works.
Yeah.
Have you heard about these Happy Meal toys?
The fact that that McDonald's has Happy Meal toys?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, sure.
Okay, you're familiar with this. About 7 or 8 days ago, they announced that Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is a new trackless dark ride at Hollywood Studios and is coming to Disneyland, has inspired a new line of toys for McDonald's Happy Meals. And if there's anything Disney fans love, it's food that's terrible for you and free plastic Disney crap.
Yes.
So this is a home run for Disney fans.
All right.
In fact, Disney fans have been getting multiple meals at the famous Golden Arches fast food eatery in hopes of collecting not only all the toys in the series, but also a few extra points for their next cholesterol test. Now, I have to admit that I'm not trying to super shame on McDonald's fans. I've probably gotten some McDonald's within the last year.
Yeah.
I try to keep it to a minimum, but people are tweeting that they're going multiple times a week, multiple times in a day.
Sure.
To collect all of these cheap little plastic toys.
Well, and I wonder, and I know it's for like collectors, but I think at some point these toys they're not worth anything. Like I did this with Burger King years ago, back when I actually ate fast food. When they had the Halloween Simpsons characters, and I got them all, but I would go back like twice a day or at least once a day. And I got them all, and that's really cool. But also they would let you buy them separately sometimes. It depends on who you got. So it wouldn't really, coordinate with food. But I thought, oh man, I'm going to be so rich off this. And then you sort of like look up how much these little toys are worth, and they're not worth anything. They're worth a couple of dollars a piece. And you're like, oh, well, then now my kid plays with them.
Oh, so you do still have them though?
Oh no, I still have them. Yeah, for sure. They lit up and everything, but the problem is they have little batteries in them, and you turn them and like the gravestone lights up or whatever, but you can't pop it off to replace the battery.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, this is stupid.
Yeah, that's like an iPhone. You can't replace the battery. This thing's so stupid. Well, the promotion has been short-lived, as McDonald's was forced to quickly recall the toys from their Happy Meals. The toys apparently came with QR codes for a game, which when scanned outside of the McDonald's app, because, you can just take your phone and point it at a QR code and it'll pull up a website.
Yeah.
When you scan it outside of the McDonald's app, it would have some unintended search results.
Okay, that sounds real good. Like what?
They're not good, according to Twitter. I wasn't able to check this myself because I don't have any of those toys.
Sure.
But according to some reports on Twitter, the QR codes would even bring up pornographic sites.
No, I don't believe that.
Well, that's what look, I don't know if it's true. I have no personal way of verifying it, but there are unintended search results either way.
So because to make the QR code, it has to link to a website. I mean, why is it? And this, I don't know anything about anything, right? But
yes,
why does the QR code matter if it's within the McDonald's app or not? That's what I don't understand. To me, that doesn't make any sense. How does the app filter the QR code? Because it just goes to a specific website. That's the point of them. You can use them anywhere.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Someone tell me. Someone in the chat room tell me.
Is that true though? I don't know. I mean, a UPC code, you could have a UPC code if it's linked. If I have a system, right? Like, and I have a UPC code in my system, I can point it at whatever I want it to.
Yes.
So they could be taking whatever the primary key of that QR code is and saying it links to this, but then maybe it has a separate meaning according to someone else's system.
I would be shocked if it accidentally linked to pornography. I would be very surprised if that would be. I mean, because if you think about it, that the chances are a number of chances. I don't know.
Well, let's leave it. We will leave that as a little unsure, but it was linking to unintended sites, certainly.
That I believe.
So that was happening. We'll let everyone else do the rest on that. McDonald's representative said that the company regrets that its current Happy Meal promotion did not operate as intended, which has resulted in some customers receiving generic toys as a substitute. And people on Twitter are not happy.
Oh, what's a McDonald's generic toy? Here's 4 straws. You can put them together.
Well, some people have received like a Discovery Channel little thing or whatever. People on Twitter are not happy. Not that the toys are sending them to porno sites. That's not the problem. They're upset that they can't get the toys. Right. Probably because they're sending them. Imagine the suffering. At Murray on Sports, no relation, said, quote, classic McDonald's disappointment. Picked up a Happy Meal to get the kids Disney toys only to get Beyblade, which I don't know what Beyblade is.
It's another toy. It's a kid's toy. It's been around for a while, actually. I think it has like a thing, you pull the thing and it spins around or whatever. It's a whole brand.
Well, that's a generic toy. I guess that's what we're talking about. His 9-year-old son got ripped off. Hashtag should have got Wendy's.
Oh, please.
Not should have gotten.
Right. Well, also to guarantee that I wouldn't have gotten a Disney toy. Right. I should have gotten a Wendy's. I made the mistake of wanting the toy.
you dolt.
These people are thinking that McDonald's social media is going to be, oh, well, no, don't ever go to Wendy's. Whoa, here's 100,000 coupons. Here's your own franchise.
Right. They don't care.
No, they don't give a heck.
Well, at S. Zilafro says, at McDonald's, are you putting the Disney toys back out there after everything is fixed? Help. Crying 5-year-old. Poor 5-year-old that didn't get a cheap plastic toy.
Right.
I have other, in the year 2020, my sympathies have many other places to go before this crying 5-year-old in McDonald's drive-through. I'm very sorry. And if you need help getting a 5-year-old to stop by reaching out to Twitter, I think we have other problems in that household.
McDonald's, help my child. I can't seem to console my child.
Help is on the way.
Ronald McDonald is a stupid clown car.
It gets worse.
Oh, God.
At Lauren True 25, I'm so mad. I specifically placed a curbside order McDonald's Happy Meal and specifically picked the Mickey and Minnie toy. I get there and the lady forgets the toy first. Then she hands me an Onward toy and told me she doesn't know anything about the Disney toys at McDonald's Corp.
Oh, man, that is not my job.
Can you even imagine these people?
I mean, if there's anyone that I could share just a modicum of sympathy for, or not sympathy, but understanding, it would be this person. She actually selected the specific thing, and then the person forgot it and then didn't give her the thing that she wanted in the first place. Clearly, that person didn't care about her plight. And, I would be like, yeah, I'd be upset too. But the last place I would do is tweet about it. I would just politely ask the lady, like, could you check with you? Can you bring your manager? I mean, but then also it's a free toy. Leave.
Right. I just feel like, first of all, I would never go. I'm not the person, and I get it, like, no judgment, but I'm not the person who goes to McDonald's for the free toys.
Yeah.
Let's just put that out there.
Sure.
So I can't really connect with the value, like the anger that someone might express when not getting the free toy. I'm like, usually like, can you keep the extra stuff? Because I just don't want the work of having to take that and put it into the garbage can.
Right.
You know, it's like I hate getting the mail. Like nothing is more annoying to me than getting the mail, because the mail is literally adult homework and take out the trash.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to do it. Leave me alone.
Have you ever looked at the coupons that they send you in the mail? I don't know anybody who's ever gone and done that. Like the flyers for like Safeway is a sale on mayonnaise. Like I've never looked at that. I don't know anybody who does.
I don't do that, but I do take the Bed Bath & Beyond 25% off one item on your next shopping trip. They send that quite a bit, and I use that.
That's why.
We have one more tweet. Eric Neal says, I don't want to be a Karen. Too late. But WTF, McDonald's, this is kind of disappointing. It even said Mickey and Minnie on the screen when ordering.
Oh.
And then he showed a picture of the Discovery Network's toy they gave him. So people are requesting the Mickey and Minnie one. Apparently that's the Saw After one, and they're not getting it when they request it. And for that, I am thankful this Thanksgiving. And that's what's happening with the Mickey, the toys.
Well, right now, brother, you can go on eBay and buy the whole collection for $54.
I can buy what for $50?
The whole collection of all these stupid toys right now. For some people are selling them for $54 with $14 shipping. Others are $80 for $8 shipping. Or you can buy the entire Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs set from 1992 for $29.99. So these are definitely not going to, or the Hercules set for $8.50 plus $20 shipping. So these are not going to get you any money. So don't be going after them thinking that you're going to, sell them in 50 years and pay for, your kid's college fund or whatever. This is a full set. 2020 McDonald's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway Toys, $49.99.
Hey,
and you don't get high cholesterol. It's perfect.
Look, anyone who is hemorrhaging money at McDonald's in order to collect these has no hopes of funding their kids' college.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. The McDonald's toys are always like the Beanie Babies thing, where it's just like, we're gonna make a ton of money, and just they're not even worth. It's not even worth taking up the space in the landfill.
This is what I was just gonna say. It's useless crap that it's more like we can't drink out of straws, we can't do anything, but let's hoard plastic that's gonna end up in the ocean anyway. Like, come on, people, stop. It's useless, it's worthless, it's garbage. You'll take a fabric sack to the grocery store to carry home your stupid plastic collectibles. I can't. It makes me so angry. And it was probably made by children, forced labor, underpaid people. It's so infuriating to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, next.
What kind of computers are we using? Wait. It is hard though, man. Honestly, like, just as a side note, it is tough to sort of have kind of a general sense of trying to do right and be a consumer in capitalist, the world, right, in capitalism, because you have to toggle between price and availability, but you still want to do good. And so, like, we're on computers which are very bad for the environment, and they're put together by essentially the same people. Wear shoes, do all this kind of stuff, and so it's hard to pick and choose between, should I just forget about it? Do I really need to put this glass bottle in the recycling bin? No, I'm just going to throw it in the garbage. It's fine. I don't care anymore.
I think there's a difference between shoes and computers, which are things that we use and need, versus hokey plastic crap.
Yeah, but they can all be done better. I mean, we bought a couple of plastic toys for Alice that are 100% recycled.
Great.
Jugs and stuff. Yeah, and so that makes you feel good. But then you're like, it's still, there's plastic again. I mean, when she outgrows it, what am I going to do with it? Recycle it? No, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but at least it extended the life cycle.
That's true.
If we all can make little changes, then that's great. But I don't think you have to sacrifice your shoes because you don't want a plastic toy.
Oh, I don't.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Also, the shoes I wear are Allbirds, and they're made from recycled plastic.
The shoes I wear are Allbirds. Well, Jeremy, just in time for the holidays, we can talk about more plastic crap. Disney Resort sent out a fun gift guide to everyone's inboxes. 2 items in particular look like absolute must-haves, and one of them is part of a special offer for annual pass holders. First up is a crazy-looking spider bot based on what we'll see at the Worldwide Engineering Brigade attraction on the Avengers campus in DCA, whenever that opens. These remote control bots look like they're pretty agile as they spin and crawl around. You can also battle other spider bots with them. And there's videos online that, so they look like Spider-Man. They're like Spider-Man colors and they have eyes and they're just little robot spiders. And you can battle them and do a lot of crazy stuff with them. So that sounds kind of fun, honestly.
Yeah.
The toys become available everywhere on December 4th, but it looks like Disney is expecting some high demand because Disney annual pass holders can get a first glimpse at the toys and purchase them between November 30th and December 3rd. So if you're an AP who lives anywhere near downtown Disney District, you should hit up the official AP Facebook page starting on November 25th to sign up for your time slot to purchase, which is sort of interesting that you have to sign up on Facebook to reserve your time to go in there and purchase the thing. Does that mean we're not going to see 100 of them on eBay for $5 million? You know, like that kind of what frequently happens with special releases at downtown Disney, or like the tiki mugs at Trader Sam's. People line up and they'll buy the max amount just to sell them all.
Oh yeah, you see that happening. I think it's so that people won't hoard it. I think this is a COVID precaution.
I agree with you. That is a COVID precaution, but I think I wonder if it's going to cut down on the resale market, I guess, as an unintended, circumstance or whatever.
Right. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
That'll be cool. And then also, if you like Marvel stuff, still, you might be interested in the new Baby Groot interactive action figure Disney's rolled out. There's a video of that as well. The little guy responds to more than 20 spoken words and phrases, but there's no details yet on what those are. It's just a little video of the Baby Groot doing stuff. Groot retails for about $60 and is already available in Disney stores and online at shopdisney.com. So if you're looking for some fun Disney gifts and, hopefully with the Baby Groot, you don't have to go anywhere. You can just go on shopdisney.com or whatever it is. Pick them up yourself.
Well, that sounds Groot.
God, I want to kiss you. That was amazing.
I feel like that is your kind of humor.
Stupid.
Well, I have bad news to report.
What happened?
Disneyland Paris, which closed on October 30th due to increased French government restrictions on public gatherings due to spiking coronavirus cases across the country, had originally announced intentions to reopen in December for the Christmas season.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They were trying to be closed for just a month, right?
Yeah, they were going to shut down for a bit, let the numbers come down, let everything relax and calm down, and then come back for Christmas. Then they were going to close again. However, the park will now be keeping its gates closed until February 12th, 2021. As the French government is in an effort to beat back the spreading virus, they're not loosening up those restrictions. They had always planned to reclose for the typically slow January month, but now they will not reopen until almost Valentine's Day, which is tough to think about given that it's only Thanksgiving. It is worth noting the latest closures do seem to have had an impact in slowing the virus. Yesterday, France reported 9,000 new cases, and while that might seem like a lot, it's an almost 90% drop in new cases from a November 7th high of 86,000. Wow. So
you can't tell me shutdowns don't help. You can't tell me that. Look at that.
Sure, they do help, of course. Yeah. If you keep people away from each other, what?
But I'm not saying you personally can't tell me that. I'm just saying there's a lot of people on the internet and in the world who think that that's never going to help, and we just have to learn to live with it. And it's like, this helps. Don't go out in public. It makes sense. Don't go to places. Don't interact with people in an unsafe manner, and we won't have to, be closing Disneyland Paris again.
Right. Well, I think people, if you're not near someone who's sick, you can't catch the virus from them.
Right. Exactly.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in Europe, new cases have begun to fall again as well. The UK saw 11,000 new cases yesterday, which is down 66% from a November 17th high of 33,000. In Ireland, which had very strict lockdowns, in Ireland, you could not go more than 5 kilometers from your house without facing steep penalties. They had just 219 new cases yesterday from a high of 1,200 in early October. It's child's play.
It really is.
I mean, come on, 1,200, and they shut the whole country down.
I love it.
There are very bad consequences to that.
Sure.
Every, I work for stores in Europe. They're all closed, and they have been.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
People aren't dying. That's the way I look at it.
A lot of people are losing their jobs.
Yeah, I know. And definitely a lot more should be done to support people like that, but they're not dying on ventilators.
I think the argument is that there's a midway. You can do things safely. You can be, you could be like Florida and be completely wide open.
Right. Yeah. Or
you could let's be smart. So no more Disneyland Paris until at least the middle of February.
Wow. That is that's a crazy projection too, because that's 3 months away. So they just already know that it's going to be 3 months is just, that's it.
Well, I think, I don't think the French government is making them stay closed through February, but I think that they've made the decision it's not worth reopening during the low period of January. So I think they're like, you know what, more cost effective, let's just keep it closed. And we'll come back in February when,
you know what they should
probably there are vaccines available.
Well, hopefully they'll start rolling out. I was talking to a friend of mine who's in the health industry, and they had a big meeting about things that we're not thinking about. Like having a vaccine is great, obviously. The distribution network is, great. Obviously, it's very important. But there's like the things we don't think about, like having enough glass vials. Like right now, there's not enough glass vials to put the virus in to transport it. So it's a lot of those supplementary things, the secondary.
Dry ice.
You
have to have dry ice to keep it cold. But there's the vaccine, the one that was touted this week,
the Moderna or whatever.
I think it's the Moderna one that isn't as effective.
Yeah,
it's still, I think it's effective enough. It's more effective than the flu vaccine.
Yeah,
but it's
more than the flu.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be kept frozen. I think that just has to be refrigerated so the dry ice doesn't become as much of an issue. But that's a concern. It's like in one of the areas that I work in is like cleaning products.
Mm-hmm.
And we have that's the same thing. Like the industry is running out of the squirters that are in like your Windex bottle, but they have all the Windex and they have the plastic bottles. They just don't have any squirters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's there's shortages all over beer.
Yeah.
A lot more breweries are switching to cans, like 16 and 32 ounce cans to go, right? To curbside or whatever. But they're having problems with supply issues now because normally these breweries would be bottlers. They would just bottle their product and would go on the shelves. But now that doesn't happen anymore. So they have to switch to cans and they have to pivot. And now people who either have been running cans for years can't get enough. And people are on, they're being metered out, and it's a whole thing. They have the beer, they can sell the beer, but they don't have anything to put it in. It's weird. It's a weird time, man. God, I was gonna. Oh, you know what they should do? You know what Disneyland Paris should do when they open in February?
Tell me.
Open for Christmas. Do all the Christmas decorations.
I don't like that idea.
You don't?
No.
Oh, why not?
I barely like Christmas people. I love Christmas. Look at where I am. I'm in the middle of in front of Small.
Yeah, but I don't know what that means, man.
I love Christmas. I like Christmas when it's Christmas.
Okay.
I'm not a big like decorate before Thanksgiving kind of person. It's not really my thing. I like it when it's appropriate.
Okay. I think that it would drive more people to go. To see, because people go intentionally to see the Christmas decorations, and if they're not there, I don't know. Look, it's just a thought. You don't have
look. You're welcome to your thoughts. I don't like it.
Fine. Oh, whatever, Jeremy.
What else?
All right. Well, let's talk about. Look, my thought is my imagination. Let's talk about famed Imagineer Joe Rohde.
Oh, he's been making a lot of news lately,
He
that
really
one.
has, man. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you really should. He's a good follow. I talked about it before. He'll like go through section of land by land that he's designed and give you his thoughts on it. And anyway, he seems like a really interesting, guy, obviously. He is retiring, but that is not the news. What he's also doing is selling part of his personal collection on eBay.
Why do you think that is?
I think because, well, here's his post. He says, "I'm finding that I have a lot of junk lying around. Because of COVID, I'm spending more time at home, and because of that, I'm noticing that there's too much stuff. So I've handed it over to one of my sons who is holding the Joe Rody garage sale. A lot of the stuff is not junk, it's worthy collectible artifacts. So the people who might be really interested would be actual collectors who are looking for credible items. Many of these are antique tribal artifacts which have been in my possession for decades and are decades older than that, and the occasional piece of work by myself." So that's it. He's just trying to clear some stuff out.
Hey, we all got to do it from time to time.
I mean, he definitely doesn't need the money, but I mean, you go look on eBay. Right now, he has four stuff for sale,
Okay.
and it's all like bids, right? Some people on eBay will do like buy at this price. That's kind of what I expected, but no, there's bids, and there's some cool stuff. There's when he first posted, there were another 4 items, so I think they're only releasing 4 items at a time or whatever. One of them is so far always made by Joe. So it's like handmade by him. And then there's other either stuff that he bought from prop houses. Like there's a helmet here he bought from a prop house for whatever reason. And then other stuff he's, collected. Like here's a Bayaka mask, which is an adulthood initiation mask. And there's like a tiny little brief explanation of what it is. But it's all authentic stuff. So if you are an art collector, tribal art collector, this is really great for you. They're expensive. I mean, that tribal mask I just mentioned is $333 with 0 bids.
Oh,
that's a lot. There's a really cool mask, a Barong ritual mask, $200 with 0 bids.
See, how long have these been up there? I'm surprised that there's 0 bids here.
I think not long. I mean, how long is an average? I think you can set it because there's 6 days left and 23 hours. So I think it was just put up yesterday, I would imagine.
As someone who has transacted things on eBay myself, I can tell you, you get a couple in the beginning. If let's say you have a 7-day auction, a couple in the beginning, and then you get like 5 days of nothing, and then you get 50 the last 24 hours.
Because there's all those programs that you can use to snipe all the bids, right?
Sniping, exactly. I hate that. Well, also, I think people are just like, what's the point? I'll just wait until the end. Like I've watched many an eBay auction and been like, well, why am I going to bid now? It's just going to drive it up early. Let's wait until the end. Exactly. But I think it's interesting that he has no bids yet because he's very popular in the Disney community, and people in Disney community will spend a lot of money on a lot of weird things.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And so looking at the piece that he carved himself, I don't know. It looks like some weird alien, but I don't think there's any bids on it. No, there's no bids on it. So all this stuff went up. It looks like that's maybe today, maybe went up Wednesday. I don't know much about eBay, how it works, but when I looked at it last week, he already had 3 or 4 bids for stuff. So people are definitely rolling with it. But like I said, I think you have to be a pretty serious collector to be spending this kind of cash, even if it's a Joe Rody original. It's $200 is a lot of money to spend on a thing you're going to hang on your wall. You know what I mean? Unless you're super upper middle class, like me. I don't know.
The only reason why the comparison I draw is there's this guy out there. I think it's 3D modeling, and he sells these 3D models of the torches that surround World Showcase Lagoon at Epcot in Orlando, Florida, from Illuminations, the torch. And it's actually a tea light holder. So where the flame normally is in the real torch, you just put your little tea light in there. They're fantastic. What a great idea.
Right.
They're $70.
Wow.
They're maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 inches tall. Very cool idea. But I'm not spending, and look, he doesn't do them on eBay. He's got an Etsy shop.
Okay.
And I've bought other things. I've actually bought art for my wall from him. But I'm thinking if someone's going to spend $70 on a tea light holder from Joe Schmo, who's got a lovely shop, I can't believe that they wouldn't fork over another 130 from something from an Imagineer's personal collection.
I agree. I
That's
mean,
where my head is.
I agree. I
I'm
agree.
glad.
And also, I feel like not. I don't know. It just depends if that's your aesthetic, right? I mean, these are like
Yeah.
my aesthetic is very much tiki, and it sort of can border on like the tribal specific artwork, right? But I think it's too focused for me. Someone like Joe Rody who goes to like the Himalayas and he decorated the inside of the Expedition Everest building with all stuff that he got from the Himalayas and visiting over there, like all that's authentic gear, right?
Yeah.
Then if you like that area, then and you have a place that's cool to put this mask, then that's one thing. But if you don't, I don't think you're going to drop $200. Or maybe like what you're saying, these people are waiting to the end because they don't want to drive up the price. I don't know. I don't know how bidding works, but
I'm, not to get off on too much of a tangent here, but I'm a little sad about the end. I'm worried about Disney Imagineering in a post Joe Rody era.
A lot of people are, and I don't know too much about what goes on in Disney World to know what his impact is currently and what hole that leaves with him going away.
Me neither. But I make things up in my head.
Story time. Let's go.
Well, you look at things like Animal Kingdom. He is basically Animal Kingdom is his baby. He worked on it from the beginning. He did the Avatar edition of it, which I went there the other night. I hadn't been there at night before, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
A little too much reliance on the ultraviolet light.
Okay.
I'm like, I need like my computer glasses to walk through here. There's too much blue light, like it's burning my retinas. But otherwise, it's beautiful. Look at the more recent Disney editions that I don't think he's been involved in. You've got the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster, which is a big blue box. There was a time when we made roller coasters and we put them in buildings that look like Space Mountain so that they actually look appealing and are a great ride at the same time. Now we have to put them in big blue warehouses. You've got the Tron roller coaster being built over at Magic Kingdom, another big box. You get a view. You want a theme park view at the Contemporary Resort so you can look at Space Mountain and Main Street USA and its castle. I don't want to look at a Target distribution center, and that's what they're building all over the borders of these parks. And I don't believe that he has been as involved. I think his era has been kind of waiting. He's been taking a step back, and this is what I think is coming to fruition from that, and I'm very worried.
Wow.
They used to disguise these things.
Yeah. I wonder
if they don't.
I wonder if it's lack of creativity or lack of budget. Because I do know that they've planned a lot of stuff in Disney World that they keep hacking away, even when they were Disneyland, even when they were open, they keep hacking budgetary, line items away from stuff until the whole project is just scrapped. So I wonder if it's something like that too. Also, how do you design a big show building like that and not have it be a Space Mountain to compete with that? Maybe you don't want to compete with that skyline, but you still have a big building. So maybe I see your point. I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't know.
You are competing with it. Here's the thing. So I have this, and this is I'll end it because I know nobody gives a crap. I have this panoramic poster of Epcot, taken from the top of the American Adventure. And you just see all the pavilions, and then you see Spaceship Earth in the middle, and then the rest of the pavilions. Well, now you couldn't take that picture today because you'd see Spaceship Earth, and then you'd see this honking, massive, big blue box next to it. And that makes me so angry. Can you tell?
Go off, King.
That's it. But it's like, I don't know. Can't you, Pirates of the Caribbean ultimately is in a box like that. Haunted Mansion ultimately is in a box like that. But we don't know that because they were creative and they were artistic. Mm-hmm. These guys are just building crap and they don't give a crap about us. I hate them. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's maybe a little too far, but I think it's been a while since we've had a genuine Jeremy rant like that. So I appreciate it. All right. Well, that's all I have, Jer.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, great.
I bid you a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy yourself and stay safe.
Thank you very much. We will definitely be staying safe. We're staying home, cooking turkey. Taryn made a pie. We're gonna make mashed potatoes tomorrow and stuffing, and
Wonderful.
I don't know. That's about it. What are you doing? What are you up to?
I'm going over to a friend's.
Nice.
Everyone's getting tested. I have an appointment 10:45 tomorrow morning for my rapid test.
Okay. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
What?
I hope you have a good time, and you're very safe. Are you in Florida right now, or Jersey?
I'm in New Jersey.
The big Jers.
Yeah.
All right. Are you joining us for Tiki Room on Friday?
I sure am.
Good. We're going to be have some good philosophical conversations to talk about.
Great. And I heard that we're making Carthay drinks.
That's what Taryn says, but I don't know who's going to be doing that because I don't know any. I mean, I guess we're all going to have
Manhattan.
I guess.
Exactly. Make Manhattan.
Make Taryn.
That's what I'm having right now in Manhattan.
So yeah, hey, you listening live, you're the first to find out, I think, that we're having a Tiki Room on Friday. So Patreon supporters, I will definitely be putting that up on the web tonight. I feel so bad. I'm so like swamped right now. I'm backlogged on a bunch of stuff, and I don't know what to do. I mean, we had our big planning meeting the other day, and I still haven't done anything with the results of that meeting. Like, I just have a lot of stuff going on, man. I'm sorry. I'm busy. I'm a busy boy. But I have to go play Dungeons and Dragons right now. So I'm definitely going to
Go post on Patreon first.
I got to do it. So that'll be a good time. And then, I guess I don't really have any new announcements. There's a new Supreme Resort out. I think there's a new Bantha Milk podcast out. I don't know yet. Maybe that'll be Friday. But anyway, enjoy your Thanksgiving, everybody. Be safe. Be full. Gain 15 pounds this weekend because you know what? You deserve it. And don't forget to ask for 21st Amendment wherever you find good craft beer. Don't forget to go to brain fart. Don't forget to go to spectralradio.us and listen to Jeremy's Christmas music every night. Actually, starting soon over here, I think, right? Or it's not Pacific? It's East Coast time, right?
It's Eastern. I'm thinking of adding. With a lot of those shows, I add a late feed for you guys over there.
You should. I think you should do it.
I do like 11 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I could. Well, right now, no, not right now. In 3 minutes, Illuminations goes off. We have to wait a couple hours.
Okay, we should do that. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Man. Thanks, man.
Thanks, ma'am.
I got to go. We're out of here. Bye, guys. Thank you. All right, now we're just hanging out with our people.
Hanging out with the people. Is anybody in the chat?
Streaming. Yeah, man. We got Carrie's in here. Oh, Miles is in there. Ryan. Brad.
Oh, Brad.
This is actually, it's not Guy Fieri. This is Brad on my shirt. Not really, no. Oh, man. That was fun. I got to edit that. I got to edit The Secret Show, which is a good time, too.
Oh, yeah, you did a secret show.
Dude, yeah.
And it was good?
I don't know, man. It's fine. It is what it is. Sometimes some are better than others, but I think people had fun and we laughed a lot, and that's all that really matters, man.
Well, that's good.
It can't all be a hit out of the park kind of a thing.
No.
Yeah.
You got to have reasonable expectations.
That's right. I see you're doing a lot more posting photos and really taking the most advantage of your time in Florida right now.
If I'm there, I try to take pictures of things that I see that are new. I just want the website to not be so static.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to post some new stuff. A friend of mine he's written 2 articles now. So he's been providing some insights.
I like that. I think it's good. What I want to do is maybe draft off of you sometimes, and then basically write the 4-sentence summary and then link back to you. I think that would be fun. Maybe if we shared some links like that.
Yeah.
If we did that back and forth a little bit.
Yes.
Because Eric is writing. Eric is writing for me, and I want to at least drop 2 articles a week. I submitted as a publisher for Google News, and so we're being approved potentially. I don't know. It's going to take like 4 weeks for that. So maybe we'll end up on like Google News feeds.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah, that's what I need, man. That's what I need, baby.
I don't know. I've noticed, and maybe it's just my content sucks, but I feel like something has shifted on Facebook.
Oh,
Like if
yeah.
Spectro 6 months ago, if I posted something on Spectro 6 months ago, it would get 120, between like likes, impressions, clicks.
That's a lot.
Now I'm lucky if I get 2 likes. And I'm like, is this just like, is there something have they shifted how things show up? I mean, I know like personally, like your feed it's not chronological.
No, it hasn't been chronological for years though.
I mean, you can click it every single time I have to go in and I click chronological because that's what I want.
Yeah. No, that's what everybody wants, but that's not how they make money. You know what I mean? They make money. What I don't like is, someone will post something for 3 weeks ago and then someone else will finally like comment on it and then it pops up to the top of my news feed and I'm like, why? I've already seen this. I've already ignored it. I don't want to I don't want to throw this person a like because their content's stupid. I don't want to do it. Why am I seeing it again? Facebook is very annoying. I've really stopped going over there as often. It's just
I don't go on it. I don't stuff on my personal page. I don't post hardly ever.
Oh, neither do I.
But if I do go onto Facebook, it's because I'm posting something for Spectro, or I get in I'm in a group for the owners in my condo community, and I want to see like someone like people will post like helpful information. I like that, but I don't like my status. I don't update my status.
I don't know. I don't care about it at all. And in fact, if I didn't have to do it for like my other jobs, I wouldn't even go on Facebook anymore. Like I just don't. I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like the things that they've done to it. I like Instagram, I guess. I mean, even though it's the same company.
I know.
I don't know. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Listen to
yeah. And then I haven't gone on Twitter as much, except today I went on to try to find some of those. I do like when I can find things that people are saying because people are so stupid. But as I was looking through to find stuff, I'm like, my God, it gets worse and worse. And like people are just posting pictures of what they cooked.
Yeah, and it
doesn't even look good.
That's sort of the beauty and the irony of Twitter. It's that you can just sort of be in the moment on social, and maybe you'll catch a wave and someone will comment on it. But most of the time it's stupid. Like I'll I retweet a lot of dumb stuff, and then I'll just try to be funny and I'll post it. And like every once in a while, other people will like my retweet. But absolutely nobody likes any of my comments, like my own original thoughts. Literally nobody. And then I'll post a retweet from some other podcast, and like 4 people will like it. I'm like, where were you
when I was being good
10 minutes ago when I asked you to like my dumb post about like I think I said something that was like Twitter is for people who don't have a successful podcast. I thought that was really funny. Apparently it wasn't, because literally my wife liked it, and I think I asked her to. I don't know.
Did you get in there and like my thing? My thing that I don't like is someone starts something and then everybody copies it. Like I hate the whole trope, like how it started, how it's going.
Oh yeah.
That was created for a day.
Yeah.
And now people are like, it's just like everybody's doing it. And I'm like, you're all sheep. You're all unoriginal sheep.
I mean, it's sort of like the meme 2.0 where they're it's like a meme in text. I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. And it is a lot of weird, or
like, I don't know who needs to hear this.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you're typing it, so nobody can hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like when people like want to emphasize something, they'll be like, they put the clapping hands between. It's like the mask goes over your nose, and you. And I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, it do be that way.
And I'm like, how annoying is it even to do that? Like, oh, hold on, let me find the clapping icon.
It'll take you 10 minutes to type the thing, and meanwhile, your kid's crying because they don't have a friggin' McDonald's toy. You're like, I'm going to tweet at you. Please stop crying.
I don't think that people with children do stuff like that. My assumption, I don't know if this is true, and I'm sure it's not, but like my assumption when I see someone doing stuff like that is like they're single and they maybe have a cat.
Yeah, maybe. Could be nap time. Who knows?
That's true.
Who knows, man? God, my kid made me so fucking mad today. Ugh, not really mad.
Why?
Just annoyed because, well, she woke up crying at like 5:30, which she never really does. Rarely. It's maybe happened 5 times since she's been a toddler. And so I'm like, I'm up already. I'm awake because my brain's dumb. And it sounds like there's different cries. It's like a dog, right? You can tell when the dog is in pain or the dog just is hungry. Sort of like that. Like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
something's weird, so I'm just gonna go get her. And she's like, lay down in office, because in the spare room is Taryn's office, and there's a bed, and sometimes we'll go lay in there when it's early. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll try to go to sleep, whatever. And she's like closing her eyes, but still kind of fucking around with her fingers and, you know, doing this and whatever toddler. Eventually, she just looks at me, and I look at her. I'm like, you're not going to go to sleep, are you? She's like, no. God damn it. But it's really early. Like, it's fucking 6. Like, why? But okay, whatever. That's fine. What do you want to do? She's like, go downstairs. I'm like, no, I don't want it. And then she starts crying, and then she lays down on her belly and sort of like reverse army crawls off the fucking foot of the bed and turns around and like squidges off down the hallway. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I had to go get her. We go downstairs. She wants to play. Turn on the we have like the Nightmare Before Christmas village underneath the TV, and Taryn bought these little LED Christmas lights, and they were on there. And I was like, okay, I'll turn the lights on and we'll like hang out. She said, Daddy, play. I'm like, I don't want to play. Starts crying. I'm like, fuck off. I hate my life. It's 6:04 in the morning, and you've already cried 3 times. Like, I don't want. This is annoying. So I go get her, and she's like, go upstairs. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You want to go? I didn't say this to her, obviously, but I was like, but I just turned the lights on for you. Okay. So I go upstairs. I'm like, do you want to lay down upstairs? No, I want to play. I'm like, no. Okay, fine. And I bring the slide into a room, and I'm sitting in the chair in a room, and I'm like, okay, there's the slide. And she just looks at me. I'm like, are you going to play? No. Well, what do you want to do? Lay down in office. I'm like, oh, I hate your
Oh my God, this endless cycle.
I hate your guts right now.
I hate your guts.
So we did that, and then Taryn came in, and I don't know, whatever, the whole thing. I was like,
So she doesn't eventually go back to sleep. Like if I have that where like I wake up at 5 a.m, I'll be wide awake, but then at 7, it's like someone hit me with a sledgehammer, and then I'm asleep till 10.
But you're not almost 3 years old, right? And so
right.
For you, it's like, oh, because I do the same thing where I'm up for a couple hours, and it's like I said, like you said, 7 o'clock. I'm like, I need to get some sleep because I'm gonna have a long day. She doesn't know that. She's dumb. So she's like, I can play, I can do this, but she's also super cranky about it, where she doesn't really fully understand that sleep helps you enjoy the time that you have.
Right.
Not be a super bitch to your dad. And and then anyway, we just advanced her nap time an hour, and she's totally fine now. Everything worked out great. But it's that like 2 hours of just unrelenting. I'm gonna cry at you, and then I'm gonna want you to play with me, and then I'm gonna cry again. Like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. I want to go to sleep.
Right. Oh God.
Whatever. I mean, it's fine.
Is there a situation where you can be like, it's not time to get up yet, so get in your bed, and now I'm going back to bed, and that's where we're both going to stay until it's time?
You would think no, because she doesn't have that like frontal cortex development where she can't rationalize her thoughts right now. She's still figuring out her life. So I say that, but she just goes like, oh, I don't want to, whatever. Don't want to go to sleep.
Well,
so I can put her back in her crib, but she'll just scream and maybe eventually go back to sleep. But that's 20 minutes, half an hour of her screaming. And it's like, I don't want to hear that. So then, then you sort of, you have that fight mentally. Ryan in the chat says that we should look back through some of these and make 2-minute clips to put on Facebook.
Of what? Of us?
Yeah. Which I think what I do with most of these, I go back and edit all this out for YouTube. Because like you only get this premium content if you're listening live. Later on, I go and trim the heads and tails up and cut it out.
Sure, yeah. And you wouldn't hear this if you downloaded the podcast. Forget about YouTube, right?
Oh no, yeah, I'm not even recording the podcast anymore. We're done. We're done with it.
Oh my God, this is just going to be lost into the ether. Or if you,
that's all right, man.
Wait, but could someone can't come onto the YouTube channel and still see this?
Not after I trim it up. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't realize that.
Sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. It's a relatively new thing and it's a relatively spotty thing. So you probably could go back on some of the longer ones and find it. But I just like the idea of, if you want to listen live, this is you being rewarded, I guess, or whatever. You know, I like the sort of bonus content where we can just sort of, you know, talk about shit. Because like this show isn't necessarily chat driven. I do like the chat interaction, and sometimes on like the main show, or especially the Tiki Room or the Secret Show, especially also, we do rely on some of that. But this show doesn't necessarily really, you know, do that.
Yeah, it's not really the format for that.
Yeah.
Well, Miles says he can relate to every word, but I also have words for Miles.
Oh, are they fighting words or are they loving?
No. It's a suggestion. I want to put some stuff up on the walls of my place in Florida.
Yeah.
And I went to his Etsy page, but I don't like all of the sizes. Like, it's hard to determine what size I'm ordering in the pictures. So like if I wanted something in 11 by 14, I couldn't necessarily do that. And I don't know if that, so I can't hear him back right now, and maybe he'll tweet at me or something. But Miles, make it so that I can order things in an 11 by 14 or customize the sizing a bit more, because it prevented me from buying. I wanted the castle.
Well, he says bring it. So there's about a 20-second lag.
Yeah.
I just sit in silence for 20 seconds and wait.
That's fine. I really, you know, because Miles is such a nice guy, and I was like, you know what, I want to give him this business. And
for sure,
you know, of course. And I was annoyed I couldn't size it for the frame I had bought. So if he could customize the sizing more,
because you pre-bought a frame, so it's a you problem. It's not a him problem.
Yeah, but then I went and bought another piece of art that I was able to customize.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sure.
But I'm not done. I have a whole other room that I want to do. I liked the frame, and the frame fit the space.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. I think it came in one width and then maybe different heights or something like that. Yeah, here he says everything's 11/17. I needed 11/14.
Okay. I'm sure he can do it. I mean, it's just, you know, you drop it down a size, maybe you just have a thicker white border, and you know, whatever.
There you go. He's laughing out loud now.
Well, is he really though, do you think?
No, he's really annoyed with us probably.
Yeah, for sure.
But what is it? Is it Modeling Disney? Is that the name of his shop on Etsy? Because we should at least let people know that. Modeling Disney.
Is it Modeling?
I have his shop favorited because I check it out. And also, I want more things. I want a wider assortment.
You can go to modelingdisney.com.
Oh, that's even better.
You know, just go to his website. You go to shop.
Yeah. Okay. He's gonna.
Yeah, I should do something like that too, man. I mean, you know, get some of these posters and stuff. But I don't know. I think for your place there in Florida is definitely like, you know, worth it because you can try to rent it out or whatever.
That's the idea. I'm trying to do like themed rooms.
Yeah, I mean, I want to try to keep the Disney pictures and stuff to the studio, because the problem with having a Disney podcast is that everybody thinks you're just a Disney fan, period. Like, you love everything about movies, you love everything about the cartoons, you love all the little tchotchke, you love everything. It's like there's no on or off point, and that's not the case at all. That's not. So I don't want to have my house, right, you know, with like it has as little Disney stuff as possible.
See, mine is, what I try to do is have it be Disney, but you don't know it's Disney at first. So like in my living room, I have a gallery wall of all black and white photos.
Yeah.
90% of them, you wouldn't know it. You just look, you're like, oh, there's a bunch of black and white photos. But when you look, you're like, oh, that's a window on Main Street, USA. Or like, you have to look closely, and then you realize, oh, that's part of the Canada Pavilion. Or so I try to like have it be not in your face. And then I have a big like black and white schematic map of Disneyland, and people are like, oh, what's that? I'm like, oh, that's, if you look closely you can see, oh, it's the shape of Disneyland, but it's just a black and white kind of thing. So I like it to be Disney but kind of like hidden.
Sure.
That's how I do it. And that's what I was trying to buy from Miles. I think he had a Cinderella Castle the elevations. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to buy.
Well, he said he can do it.
Well, there you go, Miles. Get on it. I love it.
Yeah, Miles, is it done yet? I was telling Miles that he needs to work with Brad Goulan.
Would it say that again? I didn't hear the beginning.
He needs
part.
to work with Brad Goulan because I think. Well, no, it wasn't. I wasn't telling Miles. I was telling Matt Tedish, but Miles can definitely, I think, work with Brad Goulan also, because both of them do artwork in this like cool 3D that would work well for what Brad does in 3D.
Yeah, you would almost think that Miles would do the design and he does the work, the shaping of it, and then Brad does the physical printing of it, right?
Right, exactly. I think that they could all collaborate together. So you guys make that's what I like, introducing people to other people like that.
Yeah, I've always thought you were good at creating synergies.
Oh, thanks, man. I want to assemble a team.
Front elevation. There you go. Black and white. I wanted the black and white. Anyway, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So let's get Miles and Goulan together.
Yeah. Well, you guys should reach out and Miles, just reach out to Brad, whatever his handle. What do you know his handle? It's like Mr. 3G.
Yeah, and he's got an Etsy shop also.
But let's find.
I can Miles. I'll message you.
Yeah, Miles. Yeah. Well, then you're gonna.
It's Mr. G 3D, but then there's like an underscore and a bat. Like it's. I
just don't want you to get the credit for it.
No, I'm doing it.
No, then you're gonna take the credit.
I'm gonna be like, this is not Jason's idea at all.
Stop it! Don't do that to me. Well, look. Then now you know what? Now I'm not gonna trim the end of this. I'm gonna keep it here so I can throw it back in your stupid face. That I was the one who brought the people together.
All right, you do it, because I can't even find Brad right now. It's Mr. underscore G underscore 3D. Message.
This is the content that people come here for.
Yeah, me reading screen names.
I think it's hashtag. I don't know. So
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, let me link the Etsy shop in the chat right now. I'm gonna be.
You know what maybe I should do is maybe these people that we like. I think I'm gonna put a page up.
I already have a page up
on spectralradio.us of all these people who we like who have shops.
Yeah.
Why not?
I already have that. Friends of EarzUp. You're on there.
Friends of EarzUp.
Miles is on there.
EarzUp hyphen.
Up there. I don't have Brad on there. I haven't updated it in like probably since the webpage was launched. So there. But I should do that. Right.
I notice you are incorporating this background on your website into more things, such as this chat.
Oh yeah, Taryn did that.
You like the blue with the lines. I think it's quite smart. Consistent branding.
Yeah.
Well, good for Taryn.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Send me the in-depth logo again. I clearly don't have it, but let's do that.
Yeah, you clearly do not have that.
I don't have it.
You know what? I'm going to do my favorite thing.
What?
I'm going to resend the email and be like, see below. Or say second attempt.
That's right.
Second attempt or resending. Some of my favorites.
I love office bitchiness.
Oh, it's the greatest.
Sure, I don't understand why she's so angry at me. I just said see below. That's
as I said in my previous email.
Once again, I don't know. All right, let's. I think we're done. I'm done being a hero. I linked to the shop. So everyone go buy stuff from Brad and Miles and Matt Tedish. And,
when did I? Here it is, July 28th. Do you want it at EarzUp or at Very Social?
Whoa. EarzUp. Now we're just listening to you bang away on the keyboard.
Hey, man, if people will stick around for this, what won't they watch?
I don't know.
Okay, I sent it.
All right, please do that. That's it. I think we're done, Jer, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing you in just, 48 hours?
Yeah, I should just do that right now.
For Quarantiki.
That means I have to set up the link.
Oh, I like, Ryan says, I'll re-forward that to you.
I have definitely used that a few times in my life. Let me send that to you again. Like, dude, can't you just?
I like if I forgot to put something in my calendar or something, I'm like, oh, we must have gotten our signals crossed. That's my get out of jail free.
Wow. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's like if I screwed it up and I know it, I'm like, oh, we must have gotten our signals crossed. I'm so sorry. Because it's like, what is that?
I think the tiki room is just a tiki room now. I mean, you know what I mean? I think we're so deep into this stupid thing. Like, who cares anymore?
Yeah, and like, when does it end?
I don't know. 27th, Friday. I don't know. Stupid time doesn't work, so I'm just gonna make it this, and I'll go and change it later. You guys are getting behind the scenes. This is how it works.
Yeah, isn't this fascinating?
Curse at the computer, and then something eventually happens.
So what time is it going to be on Friday?
Well, we prefer 8:30.
Oy vey.
Because then we can put the kid to sleep, and then we can eat. We eat late.
Oh wow, I wouldn't want to inconvenience you.
You wouldn't.
That's probably good because I am probably going to be so hungover on Friday that it'll be like 11 p.m. before I even can function.
Good.
And that's when I'll start drinking Manhattans again. Are you going to watch the Macy's parade tomorrow?
I would like to, but it starts at 6 over here, brother. 6 in the morning.
I think they replay it.
Yeah, they replay it, but that's stupid. Who wants to replay something?
I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do this year because it's not really a parade.
No, it's not. But at least we won't get like the pan over of the weird audience. It's going to be weird. It's going to be really weird. But they're going to have the floats, I guess, or the balloons or whatever.
It'd be interesting. Are there going to be marching bands? That's what I watch for.
Do you judge them? You're like, oh, that wasn't very good. Arpeggio.
Yeah. I throw a lot of shade. And then is there some Disney? Ryan is asking literally the same thing I'm asking it. I was reading it, like I was saying it, and then I looked and he typed the words I was thinking. There's a Disney thing on tomorrow night. I don't know. It's some sort of holiday.
On Disney Plus?
No, I think it's on like ABC. It's for all of us. But I don't know what it is. But there is, yes, there is something, Ryan. I don't know what it is. That stuff, that's all those Disney things that they do have been so bad the last few years that I don't rush to watch them.
They're always bad.
I feel like when I was maybe a kid or in my teens, like if they did like 4th of July from the Magic Kingdom, like it felt cool. But like now it's like, it's so saccharine and overproduced and the fake audience cheering that they dub in. It's just like, I can't watch it.
No.
It's like straight no chaser. That a cappella group that's like just so annoying.
All of them.
I hate a cappella.
I hate a cappella too. Except the people who did the Rockapella, who did the theme song to Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. That's the only a cappella group that really matters anymore.
I don't know what that is.
Did you never watch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
No, I didn't really like that. I know what it is, but I didn't really watch that.
You don't remember the theme song?
No.
Well, she sings around the world from India to Carolina.
Yeah, that's all right.
I guess. I don't know. It sucks. Everything sucks. Everything's stupid.
I'm using my Brad Goulon coaster that he made me. It says Svelte on it.
Svelte.
And it has the Spectra Radio logo.
Yeah. Well, your background's,
It's screwing with it, but,
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah, I'm over. I went to Disney Springs the other night to Shazam because I wanted more Disney Springs music for Spectro.
Yeah.
And every single song was Straight No Chaser. And I was like, I'm out of here. This is annoying me. I don't want any of this on my station.
This is bad.
I put one on.
Okay. Well, you got to, I guess.
For authenticity's sake.
All right.
Well, you really spilled that all over your pants, or do you have to pee?
No. You have to pee. No, I picked a scab on accident. Like I was like itching my leg, and I was like, "Wait, what is that?" And I'm bleeding.
Oh, so your pants aren't all wet? Is it camo? Oh, it's like okay. That the dark palms looked like you spilled from here.
I'm just messy.
Yeah.